EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL. We are underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
On the set. Get that quarterback. And kill. Slam. Hey, lock it. Kill. Hey, turn it out.
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago. It's Derrick Henry. And he's brought down. Getting this one up to about the 35.
Justin Simmons on the tackle. A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Titans.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Henry trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Uncorks one for Davis. That's caught inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Lock now on 1st down. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 25 yards that time. Sutton is part of a good young receiving core for the Broncos. They liked Sutton enough last year. They traded away Demaryius Thomas, if you remember, halfway through the season. And Sutton, he responded. Rookie campaign, had over 700 yards, 42 catches for the man from Brennan, Texas, which is located halfway between Houston and Austin. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Finding room inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 35. Here's Lindsey.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Clock going to try and throw on 3rd down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Check 24. Check 3. Rock it. Now.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Check. Hard. Watch this. 22 jet bomber. Tight dog. Throw out. Hit it.
Derrick Henry. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. It was Kenny Vaccaro there to get a hand on that one.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by
touchdown Titans. Corey Davis with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point safely through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. On 1st down, it's Lindsey. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play.
With the score, Titans 14, Broncos 3.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Lock to throw on 2nd down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lock. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. This is Henry. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashad Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Lock now on first down. He completes this to Sutton. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Ready, break. 55. Check pass. Check back. Ready.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
He's checking. Crash. Pilot, 64, weak. Mike, 54. Pick me up.
Again, they'll throw with Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Locke now, 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. On first down, Locke. This is the tight end fail. And he's brought down. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kevin Byard. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Well, he can be a load to handle off the edge, and he can do it against the pass. Sure, he can do it against the run like he did there.
And you mentioned a load. How about having to adjust to his speed as well? Because not only does he bring some pop, he brings some dash as well. A nice play in that situation.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
On second down now, it's Henry. 7 yards there and a first down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let him know. Ready?
Out of the gun, Tannehill. That's the rookie with the catch, A.J. Brown. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
15 line. 15 line. Hey, watch the screen.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. He's got it complete, Derrick Henry. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Give them 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
First down, Titans.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there as the first half is winding down, and the Broncos have taken the lead. McManus's point after is good, and it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of it.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Go ahead, take a seat. You can't stop me.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete. A.J. Boye on the coverage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A final shot here before the break. Tannehill. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. He's going to launch this thing way down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 32 on the play.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Check right 54. Right 54.
The pitch to Gordon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and 12.
On second and 12, Locke. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It's a gain of 34. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Broncos push further out in front.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On the ready.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, second and 3. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on second and 2. It's now third and 1.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming. Come on, set. 18 greater.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And it's 3 and out.
But Tannehill staying out there. They're going to go on 4th down.
Check what? Screen.
They are going for it. It's Tannehill. He finds Humphreys. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
Ready?
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on first and 10. Here's Tannehill. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Jarrell Casey picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Tannehill pressure gets to him again. Jarrell Casey able to record his 5th sack of the season. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It's now 4th down.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And that will force a turnover on downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. Well, call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. From 4 yards out. And the Broncos push further out in front.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Hey, watch the slant. On your team now.
They begin with Henry. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Look at me. Go.
Again, it's Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 42. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
At the 39-yard
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football?
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. It's picked up by the Titans. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And very little daylight there. They'll get a couple up to the 44.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the fourth quarter. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Adam Humphries, his second touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. They go for just one here as it's up and good. And that will get them one closer. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation.
And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Denver. 51 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Throwing on first down is Locke. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. On 2nd and 10. Locke. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Rock it.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Tannehill now to throw. The open man is Smith. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
Let's go.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Well, this shot downfield on second down is brought in. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Jarrell Casey in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Throwing on second and long. Tannehill. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season. They snap it to Tannehill. And no, it's incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
On second down, here's Henry. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Brings up 3rd down.
The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's get off the field.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a 1st and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Noah Fant with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now this throw caught left side. The 40, 30, past the 20, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, 84 yards. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. To throw is Tannehill. He's got it. So they convert the 2 that keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Throwing now is Lott. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here's Sam Martin now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Here's Tannehill. And that is intercepted by last year's NFL leader, DeMonte Casey. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now McManus for the extra. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
A loss of 2 there, second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Tannehill, and that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.